Yeah, so I just played a little bit the first level of Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. And this is atrocious. This is an insult to the original game. First off, the graphics. Now, normally developers focus on the graphics first and foremost for these kind of things, but it looks horrible. It really does look like those fan-made Unreal Engine 5 trailers you kind of see on YouTube, like that level of how bad it is. And especially because the original game is already 4K on Xbox Series X. In 4K, it looks great in HDR. It looks phenomenal, and it has that kind of anime-like aesthetic that's kind of a holdover from the Dead or Alive games. So it makes sense that it be vibrant at times. Like, for example, in the first stage, the cherry blossom tree really pops out. In this game, it's hardly noticeable. Like, there's just no pop to it whatsoever. It looks horrible. It looks like with a black and gray color palette, it looks horrible. And then the second thing, it's just a complete half-assed kind of transition between the original Ninja Gaiden 2, the vanilla, the best version, and then the shitty version, which is Sigma 2. So they did increase, they did add the blood. They did add the blood, so that's good. Even though it kind of looks the same kind of, it looks very similar to the Dead Rising remaster, the new Dead Rising remaster. And I much prefer the gore effects in the original game, but at least it's still there. And then they fixed the shop system, and they also increased the delim rate. But the enemy spawns are pretty consistent with Sigma 2, and also, you know, the whole thing with Ninja Gaiden 2 that made it one of the defining aspects of the game is the high enemy count. It's kind of core to the game. Yeah, that's still not there. And it's just so annoying that they kept these stupid things. Like, I'm playing the first level, and it's such a stupid design decision in Sigma 2 to have the Azuna drop, one of the most powerful moves in the game. Well, to be fair, the most powerful variant of it is the one with the Falcon Talons, but still, it's pretty powerful, Dragon Sword. And to have that be a level 1 right from the off, that's a terrible decision. There's a reason why you have to upgrade it to level 2 in the original game, which is about halfway through the level. I believe it's right after you get the Lunar Staff. That's when you can upgrade it to get it to level 2. And it's such a stupid design decision because everyone and their mother is just gonna Azuna drop everyone, because I'm pretty sure everybody in the first level is just a ninja, but minus some like ghost fish or some enemies in chests on higher difficulties. Such a stupid decision. Everyone's just gonna Azuna drop everything. And then, you know what, I decided, you know, screw it, I'm gonna boot up Mentor difficulty because I just got so sick of it. At least see what that is. And then they screwed up the first encounter. The first encounter in Mentor is always supposed to be the IS and Ninjas, which is supposed to be a real great introduction to the higher difficulties, okay? You can watch that amazing, you know, classic Rage Quit video. Great, rest in peace, Rooster Teeth. It's not there. It's instead the TAC Ninjas, which, to be fair, is who you fight throughout most of the mission, but not in the opening. Not in the opening. The opening is very specifically designed to be a rude awakening, and that's why they put the IS ninjas even in Mentor. Why did they mess up the enemy spawns? Like, I don't understand. In this such a remake, they couldn't have just copied the enemy spawns from the original. Just like learned it, because that's honestly one of the reasons why Ninja Gaiden 2 is a GOAT action game, is the enemy spawns. It's so meticulous in design, it's incredible. I mean, there's a couple screw-ups, like I'm still baffled why there's not any additional enemies on Master Ninja during the first, the giant enemy, I think his name is Godimus or something like that. There's additional enemies on Mentor, but there's not on Master Ninja, so that might have been a screw-up, but I mean, that's part of the reason why it makes the game so good, is that high enemy count, that enemy variety between the different difficulties. The enemy spawns is what makes that game work. Like, why can't you just copy it? It's a total half-assed remake. It looks like shit, and especially because I'm on Xbox. You have the original game on there in 4K, the best version possible, that probably will ever be. Unless you want to, like, you know, maybe emulation will get to the point where people can start modding it to, like, maybe when we get to that level, but yeah, it sucks. Now, one thing that's good, you can still buy the original game on the Xbox Store for $30. I think probably about $40 if you want the DLC, mission mode, and the costumes. So at least there's that. Koei Tecmo did not remove this game from sale, thank God, because sometimes they do that. I think Rockstar did that, and I think Sega did that as well. So at least you can still buy it and do that, okay? Just buy that for $40 instead of paying $50 for this, or even Game Pass. It's not living up to this subscription. Just play like Indiana Jones, okay, if you need something to play on the service. This is atrocious. This is an insult to the original game. A complete insult to the incredible, hardworking devs that left like a day or two after the game came out that is long gone from Team Ninja at this point. It's a totally different company. It's a complete insult, and it really fucking pisses me off.